What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. Today I'm out at a little stretch of the Arkansas River that I really don't fish too often, but I don't have a ton of time to fish today, and I decided to come out here just to give it a go. The reason I don't have a ton of time to fish isn't because I don't really have time in my schedule or anything. It's actually because the weather's about to turn real nasty pretty soon, and I just have no desire to be out here when it's that crappy out. It's gonna get super windy, and it's supposed to have like a mix of snow and rain and just generally pretty crappy weather that I don't think most people really want to be fishing in. So once that rolls in, I'll probably take off. But while I'm down here, my plan is to try getting on some walleye, hopefully. And I think I'm also going to throw out a catfish line because the cats have been biting halfway decent lately, even though the weather's been pretty nasty. So I actually haven't caught one in the river lately, but I've been catching them in ponds and stuff. And this is a relatively deep spot, so I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. So let's get after it. Okay, guys, this is a little bait combination I've been experimenting with lately. It's just a live worm and a hot dog on a circle hook. Or sorry, this is just a regular octopus hook. But I've been having some okay luck catching catfish with this. So I'm gonna throw it out there and try my luck today. All right, see if I get a bite on that. All right, guys, while I wait to see if I get a catfish bite over there, I'm gonna throw around this J-Spec jerkbait by Dynamic Lures and see if maybe I could get a walleye to bite, or a smallie, or pretty much whatever will bite, really. It's kind of late in the morning, so I don't know how good the walleye will bite. Oh my God. I just put on new line, and apparently my casting distance is way better than it was before, because I just freaking sent that. Hopefully I didn't break my bait. I'd be bummed. Wow, dude, that sucked. Alright, be a little more careful this time. That's better. Wow, the difference between a almost spent spool and a brand new spool of fishing line is insane. I'm on it again. Oh, never mind. That's not what I thought it was on. Oh my God, is that underwear? Well, that's disgusting. Gotta unhook somebody's undies. Oh, never mind. It's a mask. Okay. Slightly less disgusted now. A mask that's been sitting in the water for a long time is at least a little less gross. The things you pull out of the water in Pueblo, Colorado, man. Couple more casts with the J-Spec, and I think I'm gonna try switching baits. Alright guys, I'm gonna try a different bait. Okay guys, I switched to a dynamic Trout Attack swim jig in the color Green Goblin. These are really nice looking little swim jigs. They got a really good action even if you slow roll them. I've never really caught anything on one yet. I haven't really thrown them much. I threw one around for like 10-15 minutes one day, but it was a day that the bite was pretty slow in general, so I wasn't too surprised I didn't catch anything that day. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss this around and hopefully get a walleye or trout, bass, something. Basically anything in this river will eat a little swim jig like this, so I'll take what I could get right now. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna start heading back towards my car now. I might take a few casts on my way up. There's a couple decent spots on the way, but I'm probably gonna call it a day pretty soon here. Alright guys, it is later the same day and I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing except I'm on a different stretch of the river, but I'm basically just gonna target catfish and while I wait to see if I get a catfish bite on this hot dog worm combo that I've been having a little bit of luck with lately. While I wait on seeing if I get a bite on this, I'm going to throw around for some walleye and hopefully catch one of those. So I'm gonna throw this out right near the current break out there and hopefully something's hungry for it. Alright, throw the old bell on and see if we get a bite. Alright guys, there's all kinds of riprap on the bank near me here. I've never fished for walleye here, but it looks like a pretty decent spot for walleye. So, first thing I'm going to throw tonight to target the walleye is one of these fire crawl colored HD trout by Dynamic. See if I have any luck with this. Oh, there's a decent fish. Oh, it's a trout. That's a big trout. Not what I was after, but wow. I guess I'll take it. Whoo! That is a big, big trout, guys. Wow. Oh my God, this might be a PB. This is probably a PB trout for me. It's not even close to what I was after. It's mad. Trying to get it somewhere I can land it. Ow! Ow. I just hit my foot off that rock real hard. Trying to get my glove off so I can handle it safely. Oh man. This is kind of wild. This trout is going crazy. I'm just trying to get my gloves off. All right, gloves off. That is a big, beautiful fish. Wow. What a pretty fish, man. I do not have a net though. Oh my God, this thing's crazy. This is definitely the hardest fighting trout I've ever caught, or hooked up with, I should say. I think it's tiring out a little bit. Look at this thing. Huge fish. Oh man, don't do that. Come on, bud. What is it doing? No, it's got me in a rock. Oh man, that was not cool. Jeez, this thing really wants to snap me. I thought it was tired for a sec. I went to grab it and it still had plenty of fight left apparently. This is a heck of a fish. All right, got it on some rocks. Oh no, I think a hook just popped. All right. Oh crap, it's slashing the hell out of me. Wow, what a beast of a fish. All right. Oh my God, guys, look at this trout. This thing is a monster freaking, looks like a cutbow, huge cutbow trout. Beautiful fish. Wow, this is crazy. Well guys, I'm really hoping I can revive this fish. I had to do a little surgery on it. I don't know if it happened while I was fighting it or after I had it on the bank or what, but somehow it ended up with my back treble hook in its gill. So I had to get that out with my pliers and it seems like it's not doing amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and try getting a release on it, hopefully here. Let's see if it swims off. Come on, swim off, big guy. Yes! Seems like it's swimming. All right. It's a slow roll, but it's swimming off. Let's go. I was really concerned that fish was gonna be in rough shape or something, but it swam off. I'm not seeing it surfacing or anything. It went down instead of up. Man, that is awesome. I was so worried I was gonna kill that fish. I would have been real bummed. It's not at all what I was targeting. I was after walleye, and I wasn't really prepared to catch a trout. Had to dig through my backpack, find my pliers, and yeah, that was awesome though. I'm not sure if that was a PB or not. It came in at 20 inches on the dot, so even 20-inch, beautiful, beautiful, amazing cutbow. So that was an awesome catch. Really glad I came out tonight, but I'm actually almost certain that fish is gonna make it. So I had a 5-gallon bucket on me. I was able to live well it real quick while I got my pliers, which was the best I could do. If I would have left it out in the water, it would have just been yanking on the bait and digging it deeper and deeper into its gills. So bucket was the best I could do. I live welled it for a sec, found my pliers, did the surgery, got it back in the water. So I mean, I think I executed that pretty well in comparison to some past catches that I've screwed up. So pretty happy with the way that went. Hell yeah. Okay guys, it is mid-afternoon the next day and I'm back out at the Arkansas River. I'm basically just going to do the exact same thing I was doing yesterday, except I'm actually going to target trout today. I didn't really intend on this video turning into a trout video, but since I caught that big one yesterday on the jerkbait, I decided to come out here with some lighter gear and try to actually target some trout. I've got about an hour to kill right now, so I don't have a ton of time, but I think I might be able to get into a trout or two here. So I'm gonna give it a go, and I'm also probably gonna throw out a catfish rig. Almost forgot to mention that, but I've got a catfish rig rigged up right now with that little worm hot dog combo I've been throwing out. So I'll see if I do any good with that too. So let's get after it and see what we can catch. All right guys, there's that catfish rig I've got. Just the hot dog piece with a live worm rigged up there. Gonna get this out just beyond that current right there. It's pretty much right where I wanted it. All right, now let's get after some trout. All right guys, since that micro jerk bait worked out for me yesterday, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another micro jerk today. It's a rainbow trout colored Matsuo America brand jerkbait. It's I think it's called a nano jerk or a nano minnow or something like that. Okay guys, I switched out to the HD Trout by Dynamic, the one I caught that big trout on yesterday, and gonna see if we can get another one. What's that?
Sorry about getting in your way.
I'm worried about you getting into my bait line right there. Yeah, I've been stomping around right next to it the whole time. Like that. These guys are tangled up in my bait line now. Fantastic.
Touching your line?
Yeah, you're on 15-pound catfish line with a big weight on the end of it. Oh, I mean, I doubt your fly setup's gonna hold up to that really. Thanks. Tight. Well, that was pretty annoying, guys. I was down at the river and I cast out my catfish line, my bait line like you guys saw. I went down to start doing a little bit of trout fishing, and like 5 minutes later, these super ignorant fly fishermen come down, and the whole time I was down there like an hour and a half. The whole time I was down there, first of all, I walked down to the next little point of riprap and was just casting for a minute. I was gonna walk back up and cast upstream a little ways next to my bait line because I figured, oh, I've got a bait line that should give me a little bit of room to work with here, because most people aren't ignorant enough to just walk right up on somebody's bait line and fish it for an entire hour and a half. But I apparently thought the wrong thing, because here come two, like I said, mega ignorant fly fishermen just moseying on down the riverbank and post up right directly across. Directly, I mean, like right in front, 4 feet away from my bait line. It was ridiculous. And they're stomping around, like making all sorts of noise. The one guy's smashing his fly line off the water and crap every 5 minutes. And then they finally apologize when they're like a foot away from my bait line with a fish on, and it gets, go figure, tangled up in my bait line. Huge surprise there, because you know what usually happens when you fish 4 or 5 feet away from someone's bait line. And they apologize, like, I don't know, I tried to be cool about it. I tried not to be totally rude, but that was after watching them for over an hour sit there, and I mean, I could tell it was gonna happen. I was literally just waiting for it to happen, because they were right on top of my line. I should have said something before it even happened, but I just let it go, and next thing you know, these guys are tangled up with my bait line, and I gotta wait literally like 10 minutes for them to sort out the mess, because I wasn't gonna be ignorant and yank my cat rod in and break his line when he's got a trout on. So a little bit frustrated about that, not gonna lie. Sorry for ranting, but that was something else. That was one heck of an experience. But I kept my cool pretty well. I used to have a bit of a temper, and I've been much better the last couple years here, so I'm pretty happy with how I handled it, because I really wasn't too much of a I wasn't too rude about things. So I mean, I wasn't nice about it, but I don't think most people would have been nice about that. So I don't know how much of it I'm gonna include in the video, because I don't really want to put these guys' identities on YouTube, and so I don't know how much of the shot I had their faces in, and I don't feel like blaring everything out and all that. So I don't know how much of it I'll have on camera, but that's pretty much how it went down. I basically explained it exactly how it happened. So something else, man, some people. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the outro. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching another episode, and thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you enjoy my content, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe. All the support helps a ton, so thank you guys so much for any support and any continued support. But that video ended up not really going anything like I planned, guys. It was kind of wild, ended up pretty much going off the rails. I didn't catch what I was trying to catch, and I mean, that's okay, because it ended up still being pretty interesting between the one fish I did catch and those guys tangling up my bait line there. It wasn't really the ideal way for a video to go, but at least it provided me with some content, I guess. But really happy I caught that big trout. That was, I believe, a PB cutbow trout, actually, which is awesome. It was definitely a PB for weight. I didn't weigh it or anything, but no doubt a weight PB. It was nice and fat and healthy, and it was just as long as my previous PB, so I'm counting it as a PB. I'm certain it was. I just didn't get an official weight on it or anything. I don't really like to weigh trout anyway, because it's pretty tough to do it safely. But also really stoked I managed to release that trout safely like I did. I mean, it swam off a little slow, but I am almost certain it recovered fine. I didn't have it out of the water long, but I had ended up wearing it out quite a bit when I was reeling it in there, so I think that's part of why it slow rolled off. I didn't see it like turning on its side or any of that crazy stuff like they tend to do when they're hurt, so I'm pretty confident it's good. I got the hook out real clean. I didn't even see any blood, so I'm pretty confident in the release, very happy with it. So I'm super stoked to have caught and released that big trout successfully. And yeah, that's basically all I got to say about that. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.